Hello, it is Saturday, April 15th, and yesterday was a friend's birthday. Seems like the 15th is another friend's birthday or something significant today. I'll probably find out. How you're all doing? Thanks for the lovely feedback on my last video where I just went ahead and played some bass for you. Just kind of felt like doing it, and yeah, it was partially in response to a friend. I'll call you a friend. I'd have to look up your handle, but another BC member who, when we were talking about the latency issue with working with MIDI, he said his secret was just plug in a guitar and a cheap keyboard. Well, I know all about that. Done that for years, know how to still do it. But what I wanted to say was that for the longest time, I didn't have access to MIDI and wasn't pursuing it, but knew that if I had good MIDI, that I could compose and do things. It's the way that I wanted to work, and so I like it. I can do both, though, and I have hours of music recorded with real instruments. So I thought I'd play some bass because I know how to play. I do. Not just the bass. I can play all the instruments of a rhythm section. Bass, drums, guitar, keyboards. I can play them all. So since my last video, I've received a record from a friend. I meant to grab some records to help make a point. So let me just grab at least, I want to show these at least. Okay. Once again, I also have to say that sometimes people leave short little messages, and I can't tell if they're humorous or not, so depending on my mood, I'll delete them. You need to understand that if I don't know I don't know if you're being sarcastic or real, so I have to decide. I think some people are trying to be funny, but I don't know them, so there's no context to you understand. If I don't know you, then I don't have any context to put into to frame what it is you're saying, because I don't know who's saying it. I don't. Okay. As you know, I am been playing what they call punk rock music most of my adult life, as well as all other forms. And many years ago, I had the occasion to meet and work with Rick Agnew. Rick Agnew is the original guitar player and originator of the sound of the band Christian Death. That's Rick right there holding the dead bat. Someone long ago asked me to ask Rick about the bat, the story, and he told me and I've forgotten already. I'll tell you this much, that the band, Rick and Roz and those guys, they got in a little over their heads with this dark stuff, okay? I got to know Rick. He stayed here with me at my house when we played one time. I played with him twice, in his band twice, and I played 3 shows with him, once opening for him. We just hit it off, and he's come a long way. He was physically in bad shape at the time. He's really come a long way. Here's the other Christian Death album that he's not credited on. He signed it because he said, make no mistake, this album has my work on it. He's not credited, though. And judging by the sound of the album, Rick's all over it. But anyway, back in 2014, the last time we played together, his band, Rick Agnew Band, came through town, and we opened for him. RAF opened for him, hung out, had a blast. And since then, he's put out the album, but also a single. He said he was going to send me the single, which he finally did. It's a split single between the Rick Agnew Band and the Chris Barrows Band. Now, he also told me that he asked my permission to use a picture I had taken for the back. And I said, well, sure. Sure enough, there I am with him. And the photo credit. And I must say, this is really good. For you folks that may be interested in collecting what I do, this is a limited edition, only 300 copies. I'm not selling it. I'll find the link. There's only 300 copies of this on 180 gram gray vinyl. And this is good. I might be able to play this because there's no copyright on it. Well, no, I just saw that there is. Okay, so nope, I can't play it. It's BMI. I don't want to make a video and then have it come find out it's been silenced. That's happened a few times. My quick review of this is, objectively, this is good, smacking hard, punky, aggressive music. Both sides. Chris Barrow's band is very good. The main song that Rick's doing here, Johnny Got a Gun, perfectly topical for the times. Here we are again, over and over again, with this war shit, with these rich, crazy motherfuckers. Come on, people, we're not going to accomplish anything by war except make money for the military and some other dastardly shit. So Rick, thanks a bunch. I know I'll send you a link so you can watch this. Rick, you are a brother to me. You're a real friend, The short times we spend together, I really feel this deep bond. I mean, I'm friends with your mom. I'm friends with Rick's mom. I'll leave the link. Grab this. Just right quick, an update on the project I'm doing with Greg Eklund, formerly of Everclear. Here's a poster for or a flyer, whatever you want to call it, the Eklund Higgins 30 Days project. We're playing with Rouge Moon, Chalant, and Philip Colbo. That's one of my flyers that we used for the poster. So that's coming up. Another quick update on the Dereck Higgins Soundwave CD. I was hoping I would have them, but unfortunately there was a problem at the company where I had to send them another master. They come telling me after I reordered that the master got damaged somehow. I don't know what happened. That kind of pissed me off because I had to resend it 3 times to get it right because they kept saying it's corrupt. So, a bit of delay. Hopefully I'll receive them next week and I can start refilling orders on Soundwaves. Some other music sitting out here that I have played last night. I hadn't played this in years. Catatonia, Dead End Kings. When this came out, I was intrigued. I was really in a Porcupine Tree mode. They're not like Porcupine Tree, but not that far away. It's a metal band that went progressive. When this came out, their hardcore fans, who I knew some of at the time, were lamenting that they did not like this album and that it wasn't real Catatonia. I know what they mean in relation to the early, harder stuff, but this I like better, and I love this album. And the feeling of this album is dejection and failure. And the sound and the feeling really fits how I am feeling the times with President Trump. Such a colossal failure. He and almost every other person in office anywhere on this planet. Utter failures of the human race. Selfish. Unwise motherfuckers, all of them. That's how I feel about it. No, I'm not cutting them no slack because they're not doing anybody any good. Even the people they're benefiting, they're not doing them any good because they're short-sighted. Listened to some Moondog last night. Composer, percussionist. He was a personality in New York. He would stand on a corner in this Viking uniform all day. But his music is beautiful. Very percussive, and it's actually very uplifting. I have Moondog 2. It's damaged down here on the cover, but the album plays great. Some of the words, it will even seem a little humorous, but they're not. It's just real basic, and there's something psychological about his writing and this clip-cloppiness about the percussion. It's like the man plugged into something very primal about music and how it affects the human, because this makes me happy, literally. When I hear Moondog and it makes me, it really, I can say that it makes me happy. It's brilliant music. I'd like to have more Moondog. He made a bunch of records back in the late 50s, I guess, that are on 10 inches and stuff that are, I've seen some, but they're pretty collectible. A vinyl community person turned me onto this band. I forget who. Moon Griffin. I pulled this out since I was grabbing Moondog. Moon Griffin was there. I said, oh heck, I haven't played this in a while. Glimpse of Future. Played most of this last night. It's on green, a nice, pretty green vinyl. This band has an approach very much like the Chicago band Tortoise. There's a jazziness to it. There's a kraut rockiness, psychedelicness to it. I like this quite well. I do have to say, because I am a musician, and I can't help but notice these things. Rhythm is really important. When you're using rhythm, it makes a difference. And if the rhythm isn't strong, it takes away from everything. And the drumming on here is just adequate. If the drumming was stronger on here, we would really have something here. Just my honest opinion. I can play the drums, and so that's partially it. It's like I can hear myself kicking it into a little higher gear. A couple more I played the last couple days and loved them. Sand by Alan Holdsworth, still one of my favorite guitar players. Not that he's the best, just I love how his playing speaks to my soul. I love this album, Sand. Just beautiful. And another band that I love how, pardon me, I'm always oversharing, but it's partly the fun of doing this, But Mew from Denmark, and the Glass-Handed Kites. When this came out on Record Store Day, I almost missed getting a copy. Love this album, love this band. It's on clear vinyl. Played this all the way through twice because it's epic. It is epic. I love the fact that Jonas Bjerre, this guy right here, really is my friend. I posted a picture of this on my Facebook page yesterday while playing it and just made a quick comment about, again, how time has shown how good this band is and how good this album is. Not really much longer later, I see a little comment from Jonas. Thanks, Dereck. We really appreciate it. That's my bud. That means a lot to me. Their new album is coming out, I think, in a week or two. Definitely plan to get that. And I've listened to what's online already. And my initial comment is that you can really tell that the band has decided to just move forward without the guitar player who left. So there's hardly any guitar. I find that respectful, and it makes sense about how Mew works because those guys came up as kids. So you can't replace what Bo, I think that's his name, Bo on guitar. You can't replace what he does, so you just work around it. I love what they do. Okay, people, I hope that your weekend is going well. And if I forgot anything, maybe next one.